that I want to know its feasibility. Not fully whether Ekiti State now is actually kind of a short of transportation, accessibility. So that's number one. Then number two, what do I mean by technology transfer? The conversion of research results into a marketable product. You know, if Nigeria will develop, we must engage in intellectual work.
Tell them the products you do, they will take you round. You can do that and do it for Ekiti. They'll be willing to come to your state to help you. That is on that. I hope I've answered you because I've told you where to start. And where to start, you'll be tired. Then the number two, which was your number one, export. The first thing you want to do in export is to go to Nigerian Export Promotion Council. They will have one in your Ministry of Commerce in Ekiti State. If they don't, there will be a nearest one, but they are supposed to be everywhere. They'll be able to give you information, and they do training. Some of the training for youths are free on how to prepare your products for export. And since you are talking about a product that Nigeria is interested in again, yam and rice, they will be ready to help. Also, there's a lot of research Kebbi State did before they did their lake rice. So you'll be able to get some of that research. And they did it with different people. They didn't just do it in Kebbi State. So you can look at that for Egbimo rice. I know that Ofada rice is already being exported. And Egbimo rice is like Ofada rice. It's just that one is called Egbimo because the place is Egbimo. And the other one is Ofada because the place is called Ofada. But it's the same thing. So you can do like Uncle Ben's kind of rice. It has been done before. The packaging equipment is available, and you can contact FIRO, the Federal Industrial Research. In fact, that place can give you everything in one house. It's in Oshodi. When you come out, I will give you the number of their head, and you can go there and get all of that, all the information you need, and tell them you're ready. Then when you want to do your cooperative, there are two ways you will do it. There are some, I'll still give you access to people that can train your cooperatives how to work as a team, how to invest, how to cost, how to weigh the products, what equipment to use to shaft the rice and all of that. And then rice has market. Your rice will not meet export. This Nigeria, they will finish the rice. So don't worry about exporting. You won't see it at export. You grow it, it will be consumed. We consume a lot of rice. So maybe yam you may see export, but rice, we're importing. We're trying to curb the importation. So don't try to take the rice to export. We have not finished the one we're consuming here, so that we can stop taking from some other countries. So have I answered you? Give me another one. Give me something harder. Thank you.
Thank you very much, ma'am. Mine is in the area of bamboo.
Yes.
This particular area, there's like what motivated me, what took me to getting to know more of this plant is the fact that when I got to a certain stage, I started making research on what plant we were using to make this toothpick. And first I thought it was melina, and I thought I really made research. And so finally I landed in bamboo. But still on this particular plant, in course of my research, I got to know you can do a lot of things. You can make so many products from this particular plant, and it's so wonderful. Now, I'm from the southeast, and from Enugu precisely. In this particular region, you have a lot of these plants everywhere, and yet I've gone round and I noticed this product is not fully maximized. Most of them are not they are not being used to do what they are supposed to be manufactured or to be produced with. And in course of going through my state's budget, I find out that yes, they have plans for agriculture. These plants is also cultivation, you can cultivate it, you can farm it. And you talk about your state's budget. And I see this as an agro-business, not just agro-business. I see it as a way of wealth and health.
So what is the question?
Now, the question is, going back to my state, do I go back to my state as to source of fund? Do I go back to them as I need fund for this particular cultivation under agriculture? agriculture.
Okay.
I'm trying to get it like under agriculture, or do I go to them like I need fund to cultivate bamboo plantation?
Okay. Let me answer you. The first thing I'll do for you as your doctor is to introduce you to somebody who produces toothpick in Delta State. I think there's somebody who also produces in Lagos State. Now, a lot of them are not doing very well. The reason they are not doing very well is because their marketing is very weak. One of the things you can do, let's assume you want to go into toothpick production, is you can get your government that if we produce this toothpick, can you ensure that stores in Enugu, all the major markets, are going to take our toothpick? Now, if the thing is making money, have you known any Igbo man that will reject money? And toothpick is something we're importing from China. Toothpick is something we use every day. Toothpick is made from bamboo. Bamboo grows wild in Nigeria. But toothpick is not the only thing, as you said, you could make from bamboo. Those table mats that are made with sticks are also made from bamboo. The reinforcement of some houses are with bamboo. Bamboo is very viable. But when you go as a young person with very big projects, you may not get your way. But if you bring toothpick, because what you need in toothpick is that container, the bamboo, the machine for putting it through, and sellotape, that transparent, not be so, and paper. You can add the electrical toothpick. Is it not the end? Meanwhile, it will sell. So if you go with the toothpick story and you show what others are doing, I believe you will be able to make that impact. Who should fund you? Bank of Industry. Will they fund you now? No, because you still have work to do. I'm sure you know you have work to do. You have not finished. So you need to meet with people who are doing it. Where are you harvesting? How are you harvesting? What chemicals are you using to treat? How much is it? And all of that. So if you get a commitment letter from your state to say, when we produce this toothpick, we will buy. That's a bankable document for a bank. Then go and find out from others who are doing it. Understudy and do apprenticeship with them. See how they are running it. See what equipment they are using. Find out how they are managing with power supply. How much are they selling? Is it viable? Then when you do, you now know why many people are going into it and many people are not going into it. But I will also get you somebody who has lived his life on bamboo. He has not achieved his goal. He should be in his early 70s. He will also be ready to hand over baton to you. Next, I'll take a few more. I'm sure somebody has to tell me when my time is up. I wouldn't know. Okay.
Taraba State, I would like to like the aspect of those the bill enacting you said and the policies. I would like you to a little bit clarify that aspect because it's kind of new to me.
Okay.
And then Taraba State is is the best and the most beautiful state in Nigeria. No apologies, but the truth is the tourism potential of the state is so raw and annoying that there are no ways to harness them. If you try to harness them, the financial aspect is scary. So I don't know if there's a way, or is there a way an individual can handle something like that without the government, or is there a way an individual with the government can partner to create something on that problem? Just
okay, great. Let me go with the policy first, then I'll take the second one. Now, if you are talking about tourism in Taraba, you want to go into your, every state has its own legislators.
yes.
They have their own house. So go in there and see what laws, what policies you have on tourism. Also engage with your Commissioner for Culture and Tourism. If you find gaps in those laws, then you can say, why don't we have this? A law, it comes from something that is missing. Why is this not like this? Or the way people have done it, it won't work now. Can I adjust it? That's what they call a policy amendment.
The Commissioner for Tourism is a very wicked person.
Go ahead.
I stand to say it anytime.
Go ahead.
It's like he doesn't like the group of something because he looks at it personally. If it is not money related, he doesn't listen to it. Is there a way we can bypass that?
Okay, let me answer you then. I doubt that he's a very wicked person, and I don't know him. So let me assume that he may not have the capacity to understand the seat he's on. Because if he has the capacity and he wants income, he can make a lot. So it's not wickedness, it is ignorance. So you get it correctly. He likes money, he's sitting on money, and he doesn't know how to convert it to cash. So, and when you meet somebody who is ignorant, take your time. Don't get angry. Get creative. Because you can get the person on your side, and before long you return to his essay. Because you are the one who knows. Because you'll be shocked that if you have a different approach and a different mindset, you get a different response as well. Are we together?
Yes.
Try him again.
I will.
I've never met an Iroko that cannot bend. The second part you talked about, the investment. You cannot do an investment, and I'm going to assume you're talking about Gembu.
Exactly.
Of course. I've been to all the states in Nigeria, so immediately you said it, I knew. And it is beautiful, unarguably. There's a place competing with it, that will be Obudu. But you're both sharing the same plane. It's the same thing, it's just the name that separates it. So that beauty in Obudu is the same thing in Gembu. Gembu is wonderful, I totally love it. You can't do it without government in the sense that what you should ask government for is land. Because if you build and government, all land belongs to government. Even if your family owns the land, you are sitting on it on behalf of government. The day they need that land, they will take it away. So if you don't carry them along, you will have a problem. It is the duty of government to give you land. They can give you land as their own equity contribution. They can give you land and you pay for it. It depends. Now, when they give you as an equity contribution, it means they have already invested in what it is. The second thing government has to do for you is ease of doing business. Security. Make sure when you put things there, nothing gets stolen. Government has no business with business. They're not supposed to put money for you to build a hotel or swimming pool or anything. That's private sector work. Are there people who want to invest private sector? Yes. Are they seeing very good proposals? No. One of the complaints we have of Nigerians is you go out there, you try to get business in, then you forget to pick up your phone. So when the person calls you, that important call, I'm very busy now. Sorry, I couldn't. That's 2 weeks later. There are other countries they can go to. So start getting serious. Start acting like you need people. Start taking unknown calls. If it's not a call you want to answer, you can cut it off. But don't just pick a number because you don't know, because different people work in the company and you can ask somebody else to call you. And if you're a serious person and you're not a criminal, I don't see why you can't pick up your call or at least say, please send a text if you are that busy. Do we understand each other? A lot of Nigerians have no phone ethics. They don't feel like picking up the phone. That can be your $1 million call. But they don't want to pick it up right now. And they don't want to return that call to, just in case the person wants to beg them for money or whatever. Well, not every call is for begging you for money. So when you start to go out there to try to get things for yourself, you're going to hear from all kinds of strange bedfellows. You also need to get the community involved if you want to build tourism. Because you cannot come to their land and build whatever you want. Because some of them worship things there. You may not know the places. They have to tell you so they can carry their gods. It's not long religion came here. Then they come and pick the thing they put there because they will keep going there and they will keep disturbing you. So you must have the meeting with them, respect what they worship. They can tell you in the center of your land, nothing is moving. That thing should stay. Leave it. Put flower around it if they will allow you. Beautify it and leave it for them. So you have to get that community buy-in. You have to do, there is a lot you have to do. You have to carry people along in order to do tourism because they can injure the people that come for the holiday if they feel dejected, especially the youths. They're the ones that lose their temper the most. So you must employ them there. You must get the government buy-in. You must do a beautiful proposal, picturesque, with proper cost implication. What you can ask the government for if they are that generous. But I'm sure we all know that we're just trying to come out of a recession. But if they're that generous, they can pay for a feasibility report for you. Don't ask them for anything else. Government does ease of doing business, legal security, land bank. And if they want to help you pay for a standard feasibility, you go and find a good consultant. Some of them, their civil servants are very good at doing those things if you engage them, but they won't do it for free. It's not part of their schedule of duties. You pay them, they will get it done. They will do the survey, they will do everything. That's what government can do for you. Have we cleared up don't go around government asking them for money for things that for private sector. There are things you can ask them for. If you want to train youth, government, that's part of what they should do. But when it comes to profit, that doesn't concern them. Government is not for profit. And any government that goes into business is destined to fail. Government is for development at all costs, not profit at all costs. If they're going to spend money, it means something's going to develop. I may take 2 or 3 more questions.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Please, I did a research once concerning the SMEs in African countries. And I discovered South Africa is doing something different than we are not doing. Like the skill acquisitions and they're raising the youth. And South Africa is actually working with the manufacturers in China, where they have these machines that are being machines, and partner with the South African government. This machine are being brought in. So after the training, they have these common facility centers where they give machines, not necessarily free to the young people or the SMEs, the trainees, but they come in partnership with them, where the Chinese people train these people how to use the machine, and they pay for the machine gradually, not that they are paying because they can't afford. Let me see, those going into agro, processing the agricultural produce, most of the machines are like 500,000, 200, and they can't afford it. But the government went into agreement with the machine manufacturers in China, and they bring the machines down there, and they partner with these people. They monitor them, train them, and so that they're able to make money with whatever they are trained for, and they pay gradually for the machines. And I'm asking, like, my project is to take this skill acquisition to the rural areas, and also have a skill acquisition, a common facility center in this rural area. Not necessarily giving out the equipment to them, but having a center, a hub, where these machines are. So after your training, you come in there, do your business, and you go until you're able. What we are doing, we're also creating a marketing environment for you to sell whatever you're doing, and trying to create a network with all our existing entrepreneurs. So the thing is, how can the government, or how can someone go about connecting the machines, how to get these machines, and the SMEs? Because sometimes most people, like in Nigeria, we have skilled young people, but they don't have the machine to do the work. So after the training, they still go back to their houses.
Okay, let me answer. I'm in charge of micro, small, and medium in Delta State. We do have a center in Iseluku, which is a rural area, for shoemaking, bag making. They learn how to make bulletproof vests and all of that. These equipments were brought in from Italy. We have a trainer that came in from Vienna, where they make Bata. Bata is in Vienna. They make those shoes. Then we have another trainer from Rwanda, where they make different types of shoes. We also spoke with Giorgio Armani and Clarks. Now, the governor paid $250,000 for 280 youths to come and learn at no cost to them and use this equipment. The equipment is available to them as they learn. But the governor now, some it's too far for some. So he's trying to get the equipment to get to different parts of the state. I also know Lagos State has a robust plan, same thing like that. And your uncommon governor, the one before this, he also used to engage in that. So I think that that is not totally correct. They are doing it. Maybe you are not aware, but a lot of work is being undertaken. A lot of people are learning. What you're asking is what a lot of governments call starter packs. Now, one of the problems we're having in Nigeria is when they want to select some of these youth, some people want to select their family members or people that don't care, instead of making it open for all people to come. That's why sometimes you don't hear. But as I'm speaking to you, in one state in this country, they are giving out, not just sharing the facility, they're actually giving them full equipment to start off their businesses with, including funds to run it for about 6 months. Then check how that is going. In my office, we do microcredit. We've given out about 845 million naira so far to people to do their businesses. And I know that there are so many other states. Kaduna is, I mean, they are topping it in terms of helping people. I need you to draw closer. Like I said, follow what the government is doing. Follow the newspaper. We got 2.4 billion in my private capacity from CBN. That place where I got the money has not finished though. It's still there. Because there was 240 billion, 220 billion there. And that is just one of 6 interventions that youths can have access to in CBN. So if you don't know where things are, then it will be difficult. And they didn't ask for house to collect that money because they know they are dealing with youths and they are dealing with women. So it is 9% interest rate. You only have to bring guarantor, somebody that will stand for you and say this person is decent. Now, no matter what, at least your mother or the person you grew up with should stand for you. If your mother will not stand for you, we don't want to give you the money. One human being in your life must be able to stand to say, if he doesn't pay, I will pay back. That's all they require because they know most of you will be first-time borrowers. There is money in the system. There's always been money in the system. What you need to learn is where the money is and how you need to access it. With this platform you have, you will start finding out that money is not hard. Because money is not hard in this country. Are you qualified for the money? Money used to pursue Dangote. Dangote used to run. May money pursue all of you by the grace of God. Amen. I think, is there any?
So I believe that oil money is not the major sector in the economy of Nigeria. The economic pyramid of Nigeria used to be one major player in the economy of Nigeria. So that's why I came up with a project that will welcome back the economic pyramid of Nigeria, Kano State. I designed the project in such a way that you as an investor can invest into the project without you even going to the farm. The main goal is to provide job opportunities for youths. But now there is this major problem. I intend to partner with the government to access lands because in Kano State we have thousands of hectares of lands that are just there, abandoned. Also we have abandoned of human resources. I don't know how to approach the government with such a project because I believe it's something big. Bringing back the economic pyramid of Nigeria, one of the major players in the economy of the country, is something big. So I don't know, can you just tell me how to approach them and let them know that you can do it? Not only that, I even intend to bring granite processing machine that can process that granite into finished products.
Okay. It is my prayer that the Honorable Minister for Agriculture will come into this house. So I am hoping that that is in the offing. They have a lot of equipment for processing groundnut to groundnut oil and kuli-kuli available to go, and Kano is one of the key states for that. So it is something they are interested in. The problem they have been having is serious-minded youths. Are you seeing? One side. They've done this intervention and they couldn't, 1 year later, they couldn't see the youth still with the thing. Some of them even sell the equipment. So if you can solve the problem of serious-minded youths, I believe the Kano State government will give you portions of land and tell you, okay, we are going to do 1 youth per hectare. Will they stay? It's one thing for you to sit down here and talk what you're talking. So nothing for the youth. They will first abuse you and say you've looked at them from head to toe. Their mates are doing dollar and pounds. You are telling them to come and farm groundnut. So you have to find these youths that are willing to do the work. What you have said is a problem for Nigeria. The problem is not the money. The problem is not the land. The problem is not the equipment. The problem is the youths. A lot of the youths are sniffing glue and drinking cough syrup, Abby. Because I was part of that intervention at some point. And most of the people who are just drinking the cough syrup, they will be misbehaving and being rude. So if you can find us good quality youths, I think if you go back to the Ministry of Agriculture and say, we have youths that are ready, they will hold you responsible. I think everybody will open the door to you. Groundnut Pyramid, they will open the door. That's not a problem. Go and find the youths that are dedicated, that can come out every day and get this job done. Because not every youth are like the youths sitting here. Am I not correct?
That's not correct.
You know yourselves now.
Thank you very much. We've gotten the prompter and it's sad to say that that will be the last question. I want us to please write the mind. Start to be connected. It's only a UIT and a political science graduate that can do this kind of job. I'm happy to be with one of my senior colleagues.
All right, on my passing note, I will say I'm very proud of you. I've been watching what you're doing. You've been having lots of powerful sessions. You are making a difference. There is not one of you that would not prosper. Prosperity is in your DNA. You don't really have a choice. With everything that you have been loaded with, from the different caliber of people that have come here that on your own you will not have met, all you have to do going forward is say, I was in the first edition of Labor Room. The reason that opens a door for you is because you have labored with the Labor Room. It has not been easy for everyone because when you're doing the first one, there are so many things, there are so many issues. But as you overcome, you will be stronger for tomorrow. So when you all become billionaires and you have your private jet, I do like caviar. That is what I'll be eating when I'm on the jet. Thank you and have a blessed day. Okay, you have to take the kid. Okay, sorry.
The bumper of no accomplishments is
I stand in the sacred gate of time, shoulder to shoulder with my kind and breed. We share a common burden and promise. The travail has started. My water is broken. Something is coming. A superior nation is breaking out. The world is anxiously waiting, and I am the carrier. I must release this precious seed inside of me. The memories of yesterday will not stop me. The pains and shame of today will not define me. My womb is the carrier of the future. Few days from now, my baby will cry out in freedom. I shall give to the world a brand new super nation. This is my calling. It is too late to stop me. For by God and my kind, this will surely be. Push!
Super 37. Push! Super 37.
Push! Last one. Push. All right, it was nice being with you. There will be a picture session. Okay, great.
Wait, 2 patches.
Are we staying behind the table? Okay, you know I'm the diva, so this is going to be the big smile picture. So give us your best shots. Are we good? Enjoy. I'm sure I'll see you before you leave this house again. All right, bye.
I'm good. How are you?
The way you cut your own, no be 5 today, you cut like 74.
Huh?
Stop jealous in my life. Eh?
No.
Don't worry, you give birth to someone that is taller than me.
I'm not.
That is what give birth
I'm not
give
jealous
birth to
in
someone
you.
that is taller than me.
I'm not jealous in you. Stop being like this. If you are tall already, stop doing that thing. In a few minutes. Yes. They said you've been getting me since you're supposed to. Yes. Because we are thinking of someone else now. That's it now. What's up? Yes. I will say so.
Silence, sir. Hello.
The doctor is in the clinic.
Doctor.
Is the doctor?
Yeah. Emma go nod. Emma, you sweet kebab. You want me kebab? You want me to say kebab? Candy. Abu.
Go to the next one.
What's the time now?
Substitute. There are more.
Huh? No, I don't know. Yeah, I can't do it. Oh, I don't eat those things so. What? That's the holding. It's, I think that thing is one kind of fish or something. Seriously, I'm hoping they postpone this thing, seriously.
Something like this. That's a nice one. Awesome.